Welcome to your daily focus for August the 28th, 2017. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you so much for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you truly do send me each and every day, and more importantly, over the last couple of days. Thank you so much. I've gone back and read them through countless times. Just because they help me to heal, they help me to be positive, they help me to love you right back. My goodness, thank you. Let's see what the energy is going to be for today. The Six of Wands appears. Oh, success is on the horizon. This is the warrior. This is the warrior. Remember, like the Four of Swords here? This is the warrior. This is the warrior that's come off the battlefield. We are celebrating the homecoming. We are celebrating that you got through it. That the hardship, the sorrow, the pain, the chaos, you got through it. You're here. So it was a success. Whether you think so or not right now. Now, it's also a time not to rest on your laurels. We are in full uniform yet. We are ready for our next mission. We are ready to go forward. We are ready to conquer. We are ready to succeed. The Empress. Wow. Beautiful cards today. The Empress appears. Well, who is the Empress? She's not a queen. She's above a queen. She's one of our highest intuitives in the deck. She's also one of our highest diplomats in the deck. She's about new beginnings, new passions, new dreams, new starts, new going forward. Fertile times. The Empress also takes in the information of all the queens and kings and people in her kingdoms. She invites in mentors, scholars, elders, in order to find different viewpoints, to take in all the information. But she gets the final say. You get the final say. You have walked an incredible part of your path. And there's been pain, and there's been, because we started with the warrior. Coming home victorious, ready to go forward now in new paths, new missions. The Empress shows up, talks all about new beginnings, new starts, new decisions to be made, choices to be made, what we want to honor ourselves. Because when the Empress chooses for her empire, her kingdoms, she chooses wisely. But at the end of the day, the better her empire is, the better she will be. So it's taking care of herself, but also taking care of everybody else in the process through compassion, through humanitarianism, through love, through respect. And then we have the Five of Swords. Wow, look at the artistry on this card. I haven't had this for anybody yet, so this is a new energy. The Five of Swords, and I immediately saw the butterfly at the bottom, and there's so much reference over the last 6 months of being able to fly, strengthening your wings. And butterflies' wings don't get strengthened by sitting on the rock or the leaf. It's through flying. And here we are, we're all with our wings, and we are trying to fly. We are learning. And we are succeeding because we're all up there. But it may not feel like we are doing so well. We are learning how to use our wings. We are learning how to fly. How interesting is that? Let's get an affirmation here. So the Six of Wands talks about this journey that we have been on, this war that we have been through, this war zone. And it tells us very much that we made it through. Even if it doesn't feel like it. Because we don't look all that, the moment hasn't caught up with us yet that we've actually got to a certain point here today. It's forward motion now. It's taking those new papers. It's taking those new thoughts, those ideas, those perceptions, those plans that you have been mulling over and thinking over, and you couldn't go forward and you couldn't go forward. And this card says that this is the time to start going forward. This is the time to start embracing new paths, new ways of life, new career choices, new communities, new things to do within the community, with friends, family, partnerships, your spirituality, your health and well-being. Yeah, and it's not going to feel comfortable because we're learning how to use those wings. We're learning how to fly in a new direction. We're learning a new way to walk. So it's okay to feel a little restless or out of your skin. You know, and don't get caught up in other people's drama. You have to concentrate you have to concentrate on pumping that muscle, flexing that muscle, get it going, work it so that you get better, that you get stronger, that you get more capable day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute. Let's get our affirmation here. 5 of air. There's been a lot of air cards with this deck. A lot of air cards with this deck. 5 of air. We have the 5 of swords, 5 of air. Oh, I don't know if you can hear Peanut's brother out there barking. He's barking for Peanut. Peanut's not here. Tension and conflict. So conflict is a good way to see my motives and intentions. I can use this experience to grow into a more authentic version of myself. It's not important to win. It's important to have integrity. Other people have different ways of thinking and may not always be in agreement with me. I open to this opportunity to live and let live. They look pretty graceful there. Obviously, we figured out our wings a little bit better. So today could be tension, it could be conflict, but trust in the very first 2 cards that we saw here, the 6 of Wands, which is the Success card, and the Empress. What a strong, beautiful card to have as the center, the focus of our reading. Today is a day to look at the new beginnings. And yes, it's going to maybe feel a little uncomfortable in what you plan on doing and what you are planning to step into. But make sure that you are not feeding into other people's drama and conflict today. Okay? Don't look elsewhere for what might be going on underneath between the lines with other things that really don't serve a purpose or bring in a value to your life. You have to concentrate on you and your purpose right now. And trust me, with the 5 of Swords here and the 5 of Air here, it tells us point blank that there is going to be a little bit of tension in the air. There are going to be things that are going to try and pull you off that path a little bit. So stay conscious of that. Stay positive. Stay aware. And concentrate on the decisions you are making in your new path forward. It's going to be so different than where you've been. Conflict is a good way to see my motives and intentions. So this conflict will probably be given to us today so that we can grow, so we can see in the mirror. It's like that conflict or tension is going to hold this mirror up so you can see yourself a little bit better and understand yourself a little bit better so that you can maybe adjust, maybe strengthen, weaken the tendency, replace it with something else. See the trigger, see the tripping point, the tripwire that you seem to fall over every time. So invite that little bit of tension in, not a lot of tension, a little bit of tension in, so that you can get more in tune with exactly a strength of yours that maybe it needs to be worked. It's your wings. It's going to get you to where you're going. Maybe you've always looked at something in your life as a flaw, and you're going to see it now as a strength to move forward with as you temper it, as you strengthen it, as you grow with it. I can use the experience to grow into a more authentic version of myself. It's not important to win, it's important to have integrity. Other people have a different way of thinking and may not always be in agreement with me, so don't get into the shouting matches today. I open to this opportunity to live and let live. And let's see what our wonderful animals have to say here before we go. Better not do that. My cards will fly all over the place. There we go. Now pay attention if you heard the dog barking too to what I was saying, because I do believe that any kind of reading, whether it's an astrologer or a palm reader or a medium or whatever, a tarot card reader, that they, when they're delivering the messages, Spirit has a way of highlighting certain things that you need to pay attention to. Or maybe in your environment when you were listening to me or somebody else, pay attention to the little noises that catch your, wake you up, because that's an exclamation mark for you to pay attention to. Find your identity. So it's all about seeking the truth of who we are a little bit more, so we strengthen ourselves, though. We understand that we do have wings, so we need to use those wings, and we need to start to fly. And it's probably not going to be comfortable, guys and gals. Hiding, mirror, right, destiny. A person oftentimes meets his destiny on the road he took to avoid it. Raccoon tells you that you are hiding from your true self, and too often we lose our identity. It can be connected to career, love relationships, and even relationships and friendships. Relationships are a mirror of who you are at the time. If your self-esteem is low and sad, you will attract the same. On the outside, the person or situation may be perceived as the life of the party, but inside they are crying with confusion. It is never good to create relationships out of illusions and treat them as a patch or a quick fix for what you don't have in your life. They are supposed to be a complement to who you are and help you grow, both of you, or all of you, if taking it to the context of friends, co-workers, or career. Now, that doesn't mean hermit yourself away until you figure it out. It means you need to work to heal yourself, to become the person that you want to be. Be that person you want in your life. No matter what disappointment you've had in your life, you cannot forget to celebrate who you are. When that job promotion doesn't come through, or the person you hoped was the love of your life just leaves, it's easy to get caught up in the negativity of despair, but it means that you aren't in the right spot in your life to attract what you want, so take some time to change that. And we have some helpful hints here by Raccoon. Write down 10 qualities that you love about yourself. Okay? I read something once where maybe it was a video, I don't know, but stuck in my head somehow. I'm going to ask you to write down 5 things you love. And on the count of 3. So 1, 2, 3, and now write down 5 things. And I would give you a couple seconds to actually write them down, but maybe a couple of things popped into your mind. And I hope that the first one was you. Write down 10 qualities that you love about yourself. They don't have to be physical, but they can be. Now write down 10 qualities that you would like to work on. And then truly look at those qualities and see if they are fixable or things that you are creating because you are sad, because you're restless, because you are confused, because you have a fear. Eat right. Go to the grocery store and supply your cupboards with good and colorful foods. Put the black colored clothes to the back of your closet and force yourself to wear a colorful shirt or scarf. Use positive affirmations and put them all over your apartment or house. You can use art, index cards, or whatever, but surround yourself with positive, surround yourself with beautiful, surround yourself with things to look at that will bring a smile to your face. And maybe it's just passing another person and smiling. And if you ever notice when you pass somebody and you smile at them, your smile lasts steps afterwards, and so does theirs. Put on music and dance. Cranker. Turn it up, baby. When you are sad, take some action instead of focusing on the mourning spelt like grief. And cry. And don't feel bad about crying. Crying is a form of healing. It's a natural form of healing. It's the best form of healing there is. To let it out, to let it escape, to not let that negativity sit inside of you and eat away at you. To cry, to mourn, to be sad. Seek professional help if you feel suicidal or having dark thoughts. Know that it takes time to heal, okay? You didn't get this to this point overnight, and it takes time. So allow yourself the time. Don't expect a magic pill, and please don't take a magic pill to replace it. Don't take an antidepressant because you're sad about something, unless you desperately need to, because that's a band-aid. And sooner or later, the band-aid has to get ripped off. And then you have to experience that sadness. So take it in baby steps if you must. Talk to somebody. Reach out. Talk to yourself. Talk to God, your angels, your spirit guides. Source. The universe. And cry. And allow that emotion to come up. We as I'm making this way too long, I apologize. We make this so critical that we shouldn't show our emotions, and when little children cry, we hush them and tell them to stop crying right away. And we're programmed from birth not to cry. We cry to bottle it in our mouth. We cried, we got our diaper changed. We cried, you know, and it was, they stopped us and stopped it and stopped it and stopped it and stopped it until we learned how to stop it on our own. And we need to start releasing that negativity, that sadness. Know it takes time to heal. And don't patch your heart with another toxic relationship or another situation. Take time to truly heal. I guess we're in some very strong energy because this was much longer than I expected. So today, it's all about knowing that you've made it. You've got to this point. It's time to go forward. It's time to heal. It's time to restore. It's time to move forward. So there's a lot to do, and we may feel overwhelmed or restless, or we all of a sudden we realize that we've got a huge priority list. Don't worry about it. There's more than enough time. You are where you are supposed to be. So don't worry. The challenges will present themselves, hopefully slowly and surely, but you will be able to conquer, succeed. You're ready. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.